Hey Miss, Mrs. Hines here. So today is our second day of working with floorplanner.com. So please make sure that you've looked at what I'd like in your dream room. These are the requirements that you must have in your room that you're going to turn in for a grade. So you're using floorplanner.com. You must have at least one door. You must have at least one window, a bed, a dresser, a space to learn. So whatever that may look like. And perhaps you're adding a bath, whether that be a half or a full. This is extra. These are what's required. So yesterday you should have went on to just find my right tab here, floorplanner.com, and you signed up using your Google account. So now when you go back to floorplanner.com, on the right hand side you should see your name. So we're going to click on that. And this is your dashboard. Okay, so yesterday you should have started a project. So we're going to click on this and hopefully we can rename it if you have not done so already, but we're just going to click on the one that you did yesterday. And you're just going to spend another hour today really making this the best dream room possible. So once this loads, I just want to take you through a few things, but I don't want to give away too many details because I don't want to like pigeonhole you over here. So over here on this side, if you go over to the house, that's kind of like you can go back to the dashboard and create another project, but this is where you're able to name your project. Please make sure you name your project your dream room. We are going to create more than one space, so we just want this to be called your dream room. When you're working in your space, you can click and drag things around. But hopefully you can go into here. We're just on the first floor. Okay, cool. And the hammer. Okay, when we go in here, you can go through and you can edit your room. So again, if you want to make your room taller, the thickness, not sure what that would do. We can place things. So again, go through and change all of these things. Okay, so when you're adding the doors, they do have to swing outwards. So if you're going to add another door, you want to think how they swing into the rooms. Perhaps they're double doors. Maybe you're putting a closet in or something. So these are all different doors if you wanted to add, but you probably have one that's already there. So I'm going to go back, close that out. I'm going to go into place windows. Okay. So if you decide that you want to have a window, we can look at the 3D version of things. So perhaps you want like a little stained glass to look out of. You can take this and drag it. And do you see where it's giving you all those dimensions, right? So if I want it right in front of my workspace here, I'm just going to plop it right there. So that's right there. All right, close out of that. The next thing, place structurals. So when you go through here, I'm sure there's lots of it on the 3D, but you toggle between. You want a fireplace, sounds amazing. Probably not right by the door though, right? So I might have to move that over here. So I'll just kind of swoop. I don't know what that is, but it's no longer there. And then maybe get this out of the way. I think you can just like throw things away, kind of like scratch. So I think this, and then I might have to, it looks like a bookcase. So if I rotate it, see how I did that? Then I can just kind of move it over here. So again, go through and find lots of fun things, okay? So right now we're making a 1 floor. So there might be some things like stairs. Perhaps we could talk about that later. That's a little bit more an escalator, but they have some pretty cool fireplaces. So you might want to add those. All right, we'll get out of this window by Xing out the structures. And the background settings. All right, let's see what is under there. No file chosen. So you could probably upload things here. All right, so now on my surface, my walls, you might have you might want to paint the wall a certain color. So perhaps I want to have a nice, cool color on my walls. I wonder if I can just like add that. You might have to look at the 3D way of things over here. So remember, we were working on 2D, just placing things in there. But I bet you if you're going through and it gives you different cameras, you can look around and see if you can change the color of things. But I just want you kind of getting used to the space. So I'm going to go back to 2D. All right, so when I'm looking at this, guys, I just want to make sure that I have numbers because we're going to end up taking those numbers and kind of calculating out your area tomorrow, okay? Oops, you could add things and you can always undo. So it looks like I can probably pan around. So again, with my mouse, I can click and hold. But go through and really spend at least 2 class periods, so Monday and Wednesday, and making sure that you're checking off as many different things. Can be as detailed as you want to make it. And then it looks like you can add furniture as well. So these are like structural things that you can do, and then you can decorate. Okay, so this is perhaps where you change the color of things and what materials you're using. So if you wanted to do a different floor type, perhaps there's some very interesting ones on here. You could really make it whatever. Oh, awesome. And if you don't like something, again, remember, you can always undo. Save often. Okay. And when you go into Floorplanner, all your stuff is just saved under the dashboard. So you can always go back to your dashboard and check out your project here. Okay. So again, please make sure that you're meeting all these requirements. You're spending 2 full hours making the really coolest dream room that you can think of. And tomorrow we'll calculate the perimeter and the area of these things. All right, guys, thanks so much.